The studio lights were bright, the crowd buzzing with excitement. It was supposed to be a normal morning on The View, laughter, light debates, and celebrity charm. Reba McEntire, the country legend with that unmistakable red hair and southern grace, had just taken her seat beside Behar. She was there to talk about her new project. But anyone who knows The View knew the conversation never stays just about music for long. At first, it was polite. Joy asked about Reba's time on The Voice, about her upcoming album, about fame. But then the tone shifted. Joy leaned in, voice dripping with curiosity, and said, "Reba, you've been quiet about the election. Don't you think artists have a duty to speak out?" The audience went silent. Reba smiled, that charming, practiced kind of smile. "Well, Joy," she said slowly, "I think folks get enough politics on TV every night. I like to stick to the music." But Joy didn't stop. She pressed again, harder this time. "But isn't silence just another kind of statement? Especially when certain people are doing harm," the crowd murmured. The tension was thick enough to cut. Reba's smile faded. Her eyes locked onto Joy's, unflinching. The country star leaned forward, voice steady, but with a sharp edge. "Joy," she said, "I came here to talk about music, not to be lectured." "You just crossed the line!" Gasps filled the studio. Joy blinked in surprise. The co-hosts froze. Even the producers seemed unsure what to do. The air felt electric, something real, unscripted, dangerous, and as the camera zoomed in on Reba's face, calm but fierce, the question hung in the air like a thundercloud. What would happen next? The replay of the moment flooded every screen in the studio. Producers huddled behind the cameras, whispering into headsets as the audience shifted uneasily in their seats. The host's voice cut in over the replay. "Let's watch that again. Right there, when Reba says, 'You just crossed the line.'" Look at Joy's face. She didn't expect it. The clip rolled in slow motion. Reba's tone was calm, but her eyes told another story. Years of staying polite, of holding her tongue, finally snapping in one perfectly delivered sentence. The crowd on social media exploded within minutes, but Reba vs. Joy started trending before the next commercial break. Back in the studio, Joy tried to laugh it off, nervously adjusting her cue cards. "Oh, come on, Reba, it's just a conversation," she said, forcing a smile. But Reba didn't flinch. She leaned back in her chair, voice measured and steady. "There's a difference between conversation and confrontation, Joy. I know that line." "And you just stepped over it." The silence was deafening. Who could have imagined the country icon would go head-to-head with one of TV's sharpest tongues and win the room? The cameras cut to commercial, but the audience still buzzed. Some applauded. Some whispered. But what no one saw, what happened once the lights dimmed and the mics went cold, would turn that fiery exchange into something far bigger than a morning show feud. Backstage, the atmosphere was electric and tense. Producers paced the narrow corridors, whispering into headsets, trying to contain the ripple of shock that had just erupted on live television. Reba sat quietly in her dressing room, sipping water, her mind calm but resolute. She wasn't about to apologize, not for speaking her truth, not for defending herself. "I said what needed to be said," she murmured to her assistant, voice low but firm. Word spread quickly among the staff. Some were impressed, others uneasy. Joy, meanwhile, had left the stage during the commercial break, her laughter gone, replaced by sharp, whispered arguments with producers. Rumors of tension and behind-the-scenes chaos started circulating on social media within minutes. Fans were split. Some hailed Reba as a heroine, standing up to political overreach in entertainment. Others criticized her for being too defensive or uncomfortable in the conversation. Then came the insider reports, hints, dropped by anonymous crew members that something far bigger had just unfolded behind the cameras. Cameras may have stopped rolling, but the drama was far from over. And just when it seemed the story couldn't escalate further, a mysterious tweet from someone claiming to be part of the View staff appeared online. It hinted at hidden alliances, favoritism, and secrets nobody expected to surface. The internet went wild. Everyone was asking the same question. Who sent it? And what did they know that the cameras didn't capture? The tweet spread like wildfire. It was short, cryptic, but loaded with implication. Some lines shouldn't be crossed. Some voices shouldn't be silenced. The view behind the scenes. Instantly, speculation exploded. Was it a producer? A co-host? Someone who had witnessed the confrontation firsthand? The host's voice on the broadcast cut in, tense and deliberate. This isn't just about a clash on stage. This is a story about power, influence, and respect in Hollywood. Celebrities began weighing in. Country stars praised Reba's courage. Comedians commented on the delicate balance between humor and offense. Political figures hinted at the broader cultural conversation simmering under the surface, the struggle between speaking your mind and staying safe in the public eye. Every new voice added layers to a story that started with a single sharp remark. Analysts broke down Reba's words, dissecting them as a statement about free speech, boundaries, and authenticity. Some called it a subtle political stand. Others said it was about reclaiming personal dignity. Yet behind the headlines, the tension was far from over. Then came the tipping point. Reba herself made a move nobody expected. She didn't retreat, she didn't apologize, and she didn't tweet. Instead, she contacted the producers directly. A bold, calculated maneuver that promised to shake up the dynamics of daytime television in ways that would leave everyone questioning who truly held the power. The studio held its breath. What would Reba do next? Reba's next move stunned everyone. Instead of issuing a public apology or engaging in petty back and forth, she released a video message, calm, sincere, and powerful. She spoke directly to her fans and to the broader audience, her words measured but cutting deep. She would not be silenced, she would not compromise her values, and respect was not optional. Every sentence carried the weight of decades in the spotlight, a career built on authenticity and resilience. The video spread like wildfire. Clips from The View that once dominated headlines were now eclipsed by Reba's declaration. Celebrities, journalists, and everyday viewers praised her courage. Some called it a masterclass in standing your ground. Others saw it as a cultural statement about honesty in an industry obsessed with image over integrity. Social media erupted with hashtags celebrating Reba, debates igniting over politics, respect, and the line between free speech and confrontation. The host leaned into the camera, voice low and reflective, summarizing the moment for viewers. What we witnessed isn't just a clash on a talk show. It's a lesson in dignity, courage, and speaking truth to power. Reba McEntire reminded the world that boundaries matter, that silence isn't always safe, and that sometimes one voice can ignite a conversation millions are too afraid to start. And as the screen faded to Reba's final words, "Stay true. Stand strong, never back down," the audience was left asking the same question. Had Reba just changed daytime television forever? The answer hung in the air, electric and unresolved, daring anyone to challenge it. If this story shocked you, inspired you, or made your heart race just a little, now is the moment to take action. Hit that like button to show you stand with courage, honesty, and speaking truth, just like Reba did. Don't just watch the drama unfold. Be part of the conversation. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think. Did Reba cross the line or did Joy? Who do you believe truly stood their ground? Your opinion matters, and we want to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe, because this channel dives deep into the stories that matter, the moments that make headlines and the voices that refuse to be silenced. Every week, we break down celebrity confrontations, cultural debates, and political controversies with the drama, insight, and suspense you won't find anywhere else. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment, because when stories like this unfold, you want to be the first to know. Share this video with friends who love drama, honesty, and real talk about the world behind the cameras. Remember, this isn't just entertainment. It's a lesson in courage, respect, and standing up when others expect you to stay quiet. Like, comment, subscribe, and join us as we continue to uncover the stories that shake the world and challenge the way we see celebrity, culture, and truth. Your voice completes the conversation.